The movie begins on a nice sunny day for Tom and Jerry's trip to the beach. They are in their usual mischievous selves, running back and forth to the beach and causing trouble to humans. They meet a dog named Bandit who seems not to be fond of cats. A young boy appears and apologizes for his companion's behavior. It is Johnny Quest with his best friend, Hadji, who has magical powers. Suddenly, Hadji points out to the sky, and Johnny sees a trio of flying robots going in their direction. Johnny pulls Tom, and together they all run as the robots attack them with laser beams. They take cover behind a rock. Bandit barks and Tom gets really startled that he starts to spin very fast. He pulls the robots while spinning. As he stops, the robots get thrown in different directions and he gets buried in the sand. Jerry pulls Tom from the sand and they run again as the robots chase after them. When the robots are able to get them surrounded, a man with a speedboat arrives and saves them. It was Race Bannon, Johnny's personal bodyguard and tutor. The robots continue to chase them, but Tom sends them to retreat with his super spin again. From afar, a man watches as his evil robots get defeated. The robots land on the beach with broken armor suits. Turns out they are cats named Tin, Pan, and Allie. They argue about who is going to inform their boss that Johnny has escaped. Suddenly, the same man who watches the fight earlier speaks to them. It was Dr. Zinn, the mortal enemy of Johnny's father, Dr. Quest. He warns them they will face his wrath if they fail on their mission again. Meanwhile, at Quest Labs, Johnny introduces his new friends, Tom and Jerry, to his father, Dr. Quest, who is busy doing the final preparations for the Q-Sphere. It is his new invention that can solve the world's energy power. He tunes up the Q-Sphere and reveals that it can power up a whole city indefinitely. Before they can further discuss the sphere, Dr. Quest invites them for dinner. After dinner, they all settle down for bed. While everyone is asleep, Tom is distracted by the thought of the amount of food in the freezer in the dining hall. Earlier, he peeks at the door's passcode while Dr. Quest locks it behind them. He sneaks in the middle of the night to eat, but he also accidentally turns off the lab's security system. Without the security system, the lab will be penetrable by their enemies, including evil cats sent by Dr. Zinn to steal the sphere and kidnap Dr. Quest. While Tom and Jerry bring chaos to the lab, the evil cats enter and start to take the sphere. Despite Jerry and Tom's efforts to stop them, they find it hard to completely prevent them from taking the sphere. Meanwhile, Dr. Quest wakes up due to the commotion and enters the lab with Race. They face the evil cats, but two android robots break in through the glass panel and cage Dr. Quest in metal bars. Race tries to stop the android and clings to its back as it speeds away. Just then, Johnny and Hadji arrive and see the android flying away with Dr. Quest and Race. The evil cats also flee with the sphere. Now that Race has also been taken, it is up to Johnny and Hadji and their animal companions to save Dr. Quest. As the Q-Sphere leaves energy trails, Johnny is able to trace the location of the sphere in the tiny nation of Moldovistan. They board the Quest jet and speed off to rescue Dr. Quest and Race and bring back the stolen sphere. In the air, a flock of robot missile drones appears and chases after them. It seems that Dr. Zinn has detected their presence. Johnny steers the jet downwards and hurtles toward the island's waterfall. As they are about to collide, Johnny instructs Hadji to pull up the thrusters, and the jet successfully avoided the collision while the robot missile drones explode upon impact with the waterfalls. Dr. Zinn then launches robot cutters onto the jet, which starts to peel open the jet. They abandon the jet as it crashes while they safely land in the borders of Moldovistan and proceed to the nearby city to look for an old acquaintance of the Quests. In the city, Dr. Zinn's thugs confront them to get Johnny and Hadji to the island. A chase begins, then they reach a dead end. Hadji uses his magic flute to bring life to the rope, which gets them to the roof. The thugs try to climb using the rope, but Hadji disables his magic and the thugs fall to the ground. When they reach the roof, they find a door, however, it is locked. Bandit barks and Tom starts to run toward the door. Suddenly, it opens and appears a woman whom Johnny calls Jezebel Jade. She happens to be the same person Johnny refers to as their acquaintance. Johnny asks for help to rescue Dr. Quest and Race, but Jezebel refuses. She says that her help is considered a business and they should offer collateral, especially with Race, whom she previously had a thing. Johnny tricks her into thinking that his father runs a government-funded program and she can make a lot of money by helping them. When she hears about that interesting proposal, Jezebel agrees and shows them her armory. It is a stash of military-grade guns of all types, swords, katanas, and many more. The armory serves as a door to the underground tunnel going into the island. Before they leave, Jade asks for Johnny's signature on the contract in case of their demise. Jade leaves when her assistant informs her of the performance, and the crew goes downstairs into the underground passage. When they are about to leave, the thugs manage to find them and attack. The thugs chase them around the passage and end up disturbing Jade's performance above them, which gains a round of applause from the crowd. The crew flies away aboard the skimmer going to the island. When they arrive, they strap in their jetpacks and fly. But Tom's jetpack malfunctions and explodes, which draws the attention of Dr. Zinn's androids. Johnny and Hadji are now captured. Dr. Quest is brought before Dr. Zinn and he immediately declares he will not help in accessing the Q-Sphere. However, Dr. Zinn has prepared a little surprise for him, Johnny, and Haji. Now that Dr. Zin takes the boys as hostages, he orders Dr. Quest to wire the sphere into the island's energy system. He then tells his hench cats to bring the boys to the cell with Race and terminate Tom as well. Meanwhile, Tom and Jerry have just recovered from the explosion and Tom wants to go back home. Jerry insists they save their friends, but Tom continues to walk away. On their way to the beachfront, they come across the androids confiscating the skimmer. They immediately hide behind a bush and sneak into the vehicle to infiltrate Dr. Zin's headquarters. Tom dons a robot suit similar to the hench cats and disguises himself as one of them. Bandit, who was sent to find Tom and Jerry, manages to find them while in the middle of bickering. Meanwhile, Dr. Quest finishes installing the Q-sphere, and Dr. Zin orders him to test it in case he plans to sabotage it. Once done, Dr. Zin restrains Dr. Quest again and brings him in front of his control system as he powers up the sphere. Due to the tremors brought by the activation of Dr. Zin's volcano aircraft, the glass panel on the holding cell begins to crack and the crabs start to attack Haji, Race, and Johnny. Just then, Bandit arrives with Tom and Jerry. Jerry activates the suit's thrusters and Tom rams the cage's metal bar. He frees Haji, Johnny, and Race. At the control center, Dr. Zin successfully transforms the volcano into an aircraft and manages to launch it with the Q-sphere's energy. As the aircraft takes off, the crew starts to slide down toward the opening. Race is able to save them while Tom slips Johnny's hands and hurtles really fast toward the ground. Jerry rushes in to follow Tom and activates the suit's harpoon to grip the ship. They proceed to find Dr. Zin, but the hallways are guarded by androids. They will be needing a distraction. Talking about distraction, Jerry urges Bandit to trigger Tom's fear, and his thrusters activate. Tom rams into the androids lining up in the hallways and manages to destroy them. The last one gets a hit on the head from Race. At the White House, the president is being informed of the threat sent by Dr. Zin. Turns out Dr. Zin plans on using the Q-sphere to turn the volcano into a warship to attack the rest of the world. Starting from the White House, the president asks for Dr. Quest's help, but he is nowhere to be found. Inside the aircraft, Race deals with the androids while Johnny tries to deactivate the sphere with the help of Haji, who operates the crane. Dr. Zin sees that Race Bannon has escaped and is fighting alongside Tom. He summons another army of androids to terminate Race while he orders the hench cats to deal with Tom. The hench cats chase Tom and Jerry around. They start attacking them with laser guns and missiles. One of them sees Johnny clipping one of the wires on the sphere's connection and goes on to stop him. Tom accidentally deactivates his suit's wing thrusters and he hurtles toward the volcano's magma crater screaming. Jerry saves him with a crane, but he slams onto the pillar and the wing thrusters activate again. He flies off toward the exit of the volcano's mouth. With only 2 wires left to deactivate the sphere, the hench cats fire at Haji and destroy the crane. Johnny and Jerry fall, but Tom flies in to save them. They enter the ship again and land on the crane with Haji and Bandit. While the hench cats are cutting off the crane pillar, Tom pleads for Bandit to bark to trigger his fight response, but Bandit can't understand. Jerry pierces a needle onto Bandit and he barks. This triggers Tom's fight response and goes on to fight the evil cats. The crane breaks and Haji, Johnny, Jerry, and Bandit run to safety. They manage to jump in time before the crane drops into the sphere and breaks it. The sphere splits in half and falls. In return, the ship also loses its power but still has enough force to crash into the White House. Dr. Zin attempts to flee, but his hench cats have taken his escape pod, which forces him to hold on to the fleeing pod. As the ship heads toward the capital, Dr. Quest reveals that he has devised a counterplan in case someone steals the Q-sphere and uses it for evil. His watch is equipped with a rocket triggering device that launches the Washington Monument to destroy whatever the watch has been attached to. He places the watch on the control panel of the ship and they flee to get to the skimmer. However, when they reach a bridge, it splits into 2, preventing them to cross the other side. Haji levitates Jerry to get the skimmer, but the crabs appear from both directions. As the Washington Monument missile approaches the ship, Jade appears with the skimmer and saves them. Her assistant, Droopy, also manages to catch the Q-sphere. Just before the missile hits the ship, the crew escapes aboard the skimmer. After saving the capital, the president awards them with medals as tokens of appreciation for their bravery. The movie ends as Tom and Jerry start their classic unending chase again.